Today I'm here to talk about Dutch heritage because of its relevance to West Michigan. As many have probably noticed, the Dutch are the highest residing people in West Michigan. I'm even included in that number as both sets of my grandparents immigrated from the Netherlands at a young age. As I researched this topic, I noticed how many Dutch traditions I even grew up with, and I hope to keep honoring and pass down to my kids someday. But today, I specifically want to talk about the Tulip Time Festival that's held in Holland, West Michigan, as many of you have probably either participated in it or just went to enjoy it. There's a lot of different things that you can check out and learn at the Tulip Time Festival. The Tulip Time Festival was originally just started as a flower show in 1933. But as people gained more interest and more people started coming up, they started adding days to extend the event and add more things to the event. In 1938, the second day was added, and in 1950, the third day was added, and that's where it has stayed since then. It's just a 3-day event here in May in Holland, West Michigan. A few things that you can enjoy at the Tulip Time Festival include Dutch dancing, a bunch of homemade Dutch recipes, and of course the extraordinarily large amount of tulips planted everywhere. First, I want to focus in on the Dutch dancing. It was first started in 1935 by a couple high school girls, and they just danced through the streets during the parade, and they in the Dutch traditional apparel. But originally, they wore Delft blue dresses and Delft blue suits with orange aprons and orange caps. And the reason they're honoring the Delft blue is because it is highly seen in all Dutch art, china, jewelry, and for those of you who don't know, this is what the Delft blue looks like. It's just an all blue painting, and this is just a bracelet that I have. So that's why they originally wore the Delft blue dresses. Orange is honored because orange is in honor of the Dutch royal family back when they had royals. Um, and you can still see a lot of Dutch people wear orange, and it's because of that. They also, on their feet, wore these wooden clogs. And these were actually my Beppa's, which is a Dutch name for grandma, um, when she was out in the Netherlands. And they wore them for gardening, for everyday wear. And I don't think that I could personally wear wooden shoes all day, but that is what they wore. So at the festival, you can see people wearing that Dutch traditional apparel with the gowns and the aprons and the caps and the wooden shoes. Next, I would like to talk about the Dutch recipes. And I think that Dutch food is kind of a home cooked meal kind of food. So the food you can experience there would include meatballs and gravy, pigs in the blankets, and if you've never had a pig in a blanket, it's basically a little sausage wrapped up in bread and like dough bread, and it's so good if you dip it in ketchup. It's really good. They also have soda pop, which is referred to as soda. That is the Dutch word for pop. I even call it soda to this day because that's how I was raised. It's always been called soda to me, not pop. You can have pea soup, Dutch honey bread, Leyden cheese sandwich, pastries with almonds, which is my absolute favorite. I love banquet and anything with the almond paste in it. And of course, windmill cookies. So those are a few things you can go enjoy at the Tulip Time Festival, and they are all Dutch traditional foods. And of course, the tulips are hard to miss. They're everywhere, and tulips have always been pretty relevant in the Dutch history. The tulip itself was first started during the Ottoman Empire, which is our present day Turkey, and they were then imported to Holland in the Netherlands in the 16th century, where they were used for festivals, paintings. They were a very high, prestigious flower in the Netherlands, and that's why we still honor it today, because it was so well loved by the traditional people that we still want to carry on that honor and love for the flower now. There are over 5 million flowers planted around Holland, West Michigan during the Tulip Time Festival. So it would be a definitely an experience worth going and having, and go learn about the Dutch culture. It is really a great one, and I hope that you all get the chance to someday while you're here in Michigan. Have a great day.